Hey people, Indrid here. Welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. We are still sitting in, or standing in, Galavino's workshop, and I've made a decision regarding our party. And it's going to be a controversial one, I think. We're going to be replacing Valkyria, our awesome tank-ish fire lady. We've been doing very well recently. And maybe a defensive frontliner is something we can drop. We're going to rely on Indrid, who's very tough, but not super defensive to be on our front line. And what I'd like to do also is change this chant to be the shield and also the deflection bonus. That'll be a nice little combo for a nice defensive chant there for old Helm Gorst. Got some skin. So yeah, we're going to go back to Stalwart and get the robot lady, because I really do want to use a rogue in this game before I never play it again, or at least not for a long time. Never used one. Never used one in Pillars of Eternity. And a robot sounds cool. A murderous robot at that. We've been in all these places, right? How do we get out of here? Okay. Ladder. So we're going to head back to Stalwart. Swap them out, try and gear up the Devil of Karok. No idea what state she comes to us in. We can instantly just respec her, but you can't respec the attributes of companions. We will be able to respec all of her abilities and stuff, though. And it'll be fun. See some rogue action and see if we can stand up to these challenges without Valkyria. Especially if we have to fight more bosses, because that's when she's super useful. Because she can take those big hits. Or defend those big hits, I should say. Indrid can take big hits, but he gets hit by them all the time. That's the problem. I didn't want to drop Shade, because she has Grafe, who's awesome, and Shade is also awesome. Didn't want to drop Melek, because I quite like him now, with his awesome AoEs. Morathi's our support. Helm Gorst has the chants and the summons, which are fun. It's a tough choice. We salute thee, Valkyria, but we're going to replace you. Maybe not forever. If we run into trouble, I have no problems. Oh, immediately getting her back in there. How much is the payoff? Oh, we just did it, I suppose. Okay.
Yes.
So, into the inn. And of course, when we have Devil of Karok, we'll head back up to Durgan's battery and continue up there. Oh, right, we need to do the quest in Stalwart to gain access with that amplifier thing or whatever. But first, we let Valkyria rest at the stronghold. We're going to take off some of her stuff. I don't even know what equipment slots the Devil of Karok has available. I'm pretty sure you can't give her armor. But we'll take this off, and gloves and the rings and the belt and stuff. We will need to try and be slightly defensive with our rogue, so she instantly doesn't get destroyed straight away. I'm going to take this Raven Wing because it's an awesome one-handed weapon, but we'll leave her spear. We'll take these off. Again, not sure if Devil of Karok will be using this stuff, but I think we're good to go here.
Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you?
Oh, I can read his soul for that quest. I just need to get in this interface so I can do this.
Watch your back.
Watch your back. Here's the Devil of Karok. She's level 13 apparently, which is at pace with everyone else. Not sure. Looks like she's already been leveled. 189 endurance, hey? That's as much as Morathi. Good grief, she's going to die so fast. She comes with a spear, apparently. Yep, she does have body here. Devil of Karok's body that you can't replace. DR only of 8 and a recovery speed of 40%. That's quite a lot, although 10 versus slash and pierce. You can enchant it. And that's not bad. We can make it superb. For plus 6 DR, would use one of our Ardra Dragon Scales. We will definitely... What's this then? Plus 4? Yeah, we might just do the plus 4. We'll see though. She looks awesome. What have we got going on? So she's a construct. What does that mean? What are the bonuses? Advanced construct. She's immune. Wow, she's immune to dominated, sickened, confused, unconscious. She's immune to unconscious. So she can't be downed. She just instantly dies, maybe. I have no idea. She can't be charmed. +1 constitution, +1 might, immune to disease and poison. Can't use food, drinks, or drugs. Okay, we can see what she's been given here, but again, we're just going to respec her. Need to move you over here. She's got a cool voice as well. Let's come here and respec you.
What can I do for you?
Refreshments, please. Yep, I've already been to the cellar. Respec is over here. Yes. Okay. We're going to pump up her stealth because rogues have stuff that interacts with stealthiness, I think. And also, obviously, give us some athletics. Okay. Talents. Backstab. Dramatically increases damage done from stealth, you see? 150% melee damage. It's going to take some micro to pull this off, but it might be worth it, at least at the start of a fight, to come in stealthy with her. Get that big burst damage. And we'll give her Veteran's Recovery, most likely. Backstab it is. Not sure what weapons we're going to give her. Maybe I should have done that. Yeah, let's... I'll give her some athletics. We're going to back out of here because we give her weapons and stuff first, because that might speak to what talents we give her. Abilities. Crippling Strike. Hobbled. A full attack and more damage. Reckless Assault. It's a modal. Oh, we've got to get this. -8 deflection, more 8 melee accuracy, and 20% melee damage. That's pretty good. Escape. Yeah, it just allows you to like zoom somewhere. We're gonna need some defensive stuff, and 10% hits to crits. These are all amazing. We want Reckless Assault though, because we're being reckless. Okay, we're gonna exit here. So Reckless Assault, put it on. Awesome. She's got 18 deflection. Oh my goodness. She'll get more as she levels up. She's got a decent amount of resolve as well, which is handy. 15 resolve there. Low dexterity. Yes, a kind of quite strangely built rogue, but I'm into it. I am into it. Okay, what can we give you in terms of stuff? We can give you capes apparently, and helmets. Really? Well then, that makes a big difference, because we can give you this. Perhaps, we'll see. I mean, we'll just give you what Valkyria had for now. Now I'll look in the old box for more stuff. We give you Raven Wing for now. What is this? Defense against stuff. More DR versus Pierce. Sounds good. And +9 deflection certainly sounds good. Helmet. Do we have any other helms? With this. +2 stealth, +1 perception. Does it actually render on her head? It does. I think we'll go for that. What is this stag helm again? That's quite good. But I like the stealthiness bonus. What about these things? Gives escape once per encounter. Grazes converted to misses. That's pretty good. So we'd get an extra escape. I do like that. More enemies needed to flank and +2 perceptions. Also pretty nice. Does she have a perception bonus on right now? She doesn't. Those are both pretty good. I do like the grazes to misses. and an extra escape. Let's go for it. What about belts? Can I like sort these by slot item type? There we go. Awesome. Oh, this will do the fetid caress. She is going to be on the front lines. It's 3 per rest. I can't see what it does apparently. What else? What is her? Oh, she's got pretty good boots on though, I think. Yeah, more endurance, more athletics. That's quite hard to replace. Speed, Constitution +1, sturdy, which is prone defense, I think. Dead man's stand, nope. What about this stuff? Misses to grazes, DR bypass, some DR as well. That's pretty good for her. Less armor speed penalty and some dexterity. Giving up a couple of might, that might be worth it. What do we got here? Perception and a heal thing. Range damage, not useful. More ranged damage. +2 dexterity and accurate 2. Also pretty nice. But I think we will go for this. Wait, is it the right one? No. This one. Pilferer's Grip. Good stuff. Oh, this is neck. +3 Constitution, eh? And the Mind Lance. Aura of Stealth. And +3 Perception. Oh, I've got some good stuff in it. +3 Resolve is nice. Gives us some more deflection. Not a huge amount, though. Yeah. Yeah, what's our belt situation? Traps and stuff. Knockdown would be okay. Healing bonus. DR. Movement speed. Decreased crits. And some regen. I think I'll keep this DR here. The regen sounds good though. Let's try some regen. What rings do we have? Deflection we have on already, I think. Yeah, we might want to replace this one. We can't stack the deflection. That would be good maybe, because we took off the necklace, the cape even. Yeah, we'll put the 999, where is it? Here. I think that was the right one. Yes. And that makes up for taking that cape off, which is good. What else could we be looking at here? I think we're okay for stuff. We need to enchant this. Absolutely. Should we go superb on a character we might not use for the rest of the game? I mean, what else would we make superb? One of her weapons, perhaps? We'll save that for now. Want to give her +2 Constitution, perhaps? We don't have any Constitution bonuses, right? It's Perception +1. Yeah, let's put +2 Constitution on it. Maybe we can stop her dying horribly. And proofing. We're going to have enough space here. Yep. There was one thing that she was lower on, I think. What was it? She's bad against shock. I think I can live with that. Crush, maybe. Yeah, let's get some crush. Okay. Weapons. Raven Wing is awesome. Do we have any other maces here? We have a flail. Grazes to hit. Attack speed. I like that. And some burn damage built in, and we added some too. Rapiers. More damage against prone, stunned, and flanked enemies. Superb enchantment on it. That seems pretty strong. We have some spears. That's an S stock. That's an S stock. A dagger. Is this the only dagger we have? I think it bloody is. Hits to crits and exceptional. Not bad. And it's fast speed. Edge of reason. Damages endurance and superb. That's pretty nice. What's this? Bitter cut. Grants spells and stuff. Not too interested in casting spells with her, really. That's a Morning Star. Yeah. Tough was this. Oh, this is our other dagger here. Right in my face. Drawn in spring. Damage over time and superb. Maybe we'll just dagger it up over here. Because them some strong daggers. +5 accuracy on this too. And we can still put secondary damage and slaying on it. And you're exceptional. Hits to crits, I like that. +5 accuracy. Yeah, these are nice. These are both slash, right? Yeah, so we do need another set for some cool stuff. We'll put a crush set in. Good grief. You're already... Oh, you don't have slaying on you. Put something, I suppose. Oh wait, let's make sure her daggers are fully enchanted. Secondary damage. I like corrosive. We've only got one of these things. Slaying. Kith. Do we have enough space? We do, barely. Let's do it. Kith is more expensive in terms of enchantments, apparently. I would like to do freezing, although it might not be very good in White March. Let's do burning then. And slaying. Kith. She's going to destroy Kith with her daggers. You are fully upgraded. Some really good bonuses on this thing. And we'll upgrade our Unforgiven. Oh, it's quite low damage, isn't it? Yeah. But the grazes to hits is good, so is the burn. And attack speed. Could we replace this with something else? Not to you. What about this thing? That's pretty nice. It's more slash. Are these pierce? Maybe they're pierce. They are pierce. Awesome. Wish I had another rapier. What can we enchant this with? Shocking. And slaying. Spirits, sure. Spirits are annoying. What do you have on you? Something. Wilder, okay. That'll do. I mean, they're all good. This is pretty good. But we'll go for this. Quick slots. You're going to have a beetle thing to summon. You can use potions, right? Can you use potions? Where does it tell me things? Here. Can't use food, drinks, or drugs. I think you can use potions, though. I don't think a potion is a drink. Sure, some ale. Oh, it's a drink, dumbass. You just said that. What else can we give you, then? Potion of power? Potion of power. What is this one? Flame shield? Okay. Maybe something defensive, actually. Like Wizard's Double. Okay. So, we want the dagger weapon focus
Right
thing
here.
for sure. Oh, she's got an awesome voice. Oh, I can just level up. I don't need to talk to the man. Bit of the stealth, I think. Okay, more talents. Deflecting. Oh, makes our reckless assault slightly less reckless. That's pretty good. What is this? Shadowing beyond. Makes you invisible. We want both of these. Man, rogues have cool stuff. More athletics. She starts with a lot of mechanics too. Abilities. We've got the escape, dirty fighting, hits to crits passively, finishing blow. It's only per rest. 2 of them. There's massive damage bonuses, especially if they're low on endurance. Riposte. Incoming melee attacks that target deflection and miss or graze have a chance of allowing a full instant attack in riposte. Deep wounds, passive damage over time, all the time. These are so good. I think we'll go for escape. We need to make sure she stays alive, and this will help us with that. And it's per encounter, which I like. Escape first. Let's go a bit more athletics here, at least 5. Oh, we can go both. Shadowing beyond, I guess. Excuse me. And then we want some health regen, if we can. Can stack with the troll belt, and of course Helmund Gorst's ancient memory too. That's like a savior ability over there, shadowing beyond. Athletics. What level is she now? 7. Okay, coordinated positioning. 2 per encounter. I'll switch positions with someone. That's also awesome. Persistent distraction. Dirty fighting is really fun. Let's go for that. I want deep wounds. I want riposte. Adept evasion. Makes you really good at avoiding damage from reflex targeting abilities, which is like AoE stuff. I think we'll go dirty fighting first. And some more stealth. Vicious fighting. More hits to crits. Wow. Okay then. We're not getting health regen yet. That 20% hits to crits passively? Rogues are mental. Guess we're not... Oh, we want some survival, don't we, to get the healing bonus. Which I think you need 2 for yet. So we'll get that in. Withering Strike, Fearsome Strike, weakens them. And plus 50% damage on the attack. And these are full attacks, by the way, which means both of your weapons strike, as you can see there. And that's per encounter. Yeah, we'll take that. She has some amazing choices over there. Bit more stealth. I think 9 stealth should do it. I'm not sure, though. Never used a stealthy character before. Okay, let's take Veteran's Recovery. Not sure if it's actually going to stop her from dying. But we'll give it a go. Athletics over here. Smoke Cloud. Foe AoE distracted. Distracted messes up your defenses, right? Yeah. -6. Persistent distraction. If she's contributing to flanking something, so if she's surrounding something with another character, she'll distract them. I want deep wounds. Oh, what's death blows? Or if they have 2 or more conditions that allow a sneak attack, you do double damage. Bloody hell. Deep wounds. I need to look up sneak attack again. I think it's prone, stunned, weakened, blinded. I'll go for deep wounds here. Can't get anything. A talent, eh? Do I want any more of this stuff? Don't think so. So let's get the dagger thing. Where is it? It's you. It's noble, apparently. Oh, we also want 2 weapon style for sure. Let's get that first. Make sure I get the right one. 2 weapon style, yes. More athletics. Sap. I think this is a stun. Yes, 2 per encounter stun and plus 30. But we got to get this thing. Shadow step. It's a modal. Oh. Can teleport and then you take the modal off and she goes back. That's amazing. And she gets the damage buff afterwards. We'll go for sap. Stuns are cool. The stun targets will. So good against warrior types usually. And that's her leveled up apparently. There's her reckless assaults. Yeah. Only losing 3 deflection for that now. She's up to 62. That's more than Indrid. Which isn't saying a lot. But yeah, here's her bar. There's her shadowing beyond. Makes her invisible. We've got 2 saps per engagement. We've got a withering strike. There's her escape. There's her blinding strike. So much cool stuff there that we didn't actually take as well. We took... yeah. Deep wounds, dirty fighting. Upgraded dirty fighting as well. Okay. We do need to change our formation. Indrid is now at the front.
Yes.
She's like bristling with weapons. It looks awesome. Okay. Oh, we need to actually rest. I should save first.
Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do? Top
In a
quality
room
bear.
first. Give me the golden whale. Thank you. And
Back to
let's
warm your
read
hands,
this
eh?
guy's soul.
What can I do?
See a room dark and damp. A cellar looks like a part of the inn rather than an old fortress. Through Hayfrick's eyes, you admires rows of gleaming bottles, recently dusting and polished. As you step back from the shelves, you look on with satisfaction.
You got the look of someone with his teeth around a secret.
The cold fingers are locked around your arm.
You all right? I won't serve you if you're already drunk, you know.
So he wasn't. He didn't have an ancient. Oh, she wants to talk to me. So he didn't have the soul of a ancient dwarfy person from
Didn't
the
think
keep.
there was anything more than lice and
From the
hoarfrost
battery,
to
even.
these folk, but you had a look back there. What do you find when you're rooting around like that?
You seem rather interested in the villagers all of a sudden. Why?
Mayhap I'm looking for someone. Woodcutter by the name of Harmka.
XP, baby. Tell me why I want to find
So I can
Harmka.
kill him. Wrap my fingers around his throat till he's as cold as his wretched village.
Sounds good to me.
He was one of them. The mob that destroyed Cold Morn. I tracked him to Stalwart years ago, but got caught before I could finish my business.
Dark, iridescent walls appear and fade in her chest plate. Heat ripples from her metal carapace. I'm with you. Tell me what I need to know about him.
This man, Harmka. I saw him outside my house the night it burned, staring into the flames the way I seen you stare into souls. I knew it were a fool's errand trying to hunt down every man and woman that carried a torch into Cold Morn. But if I knew I got the one responsible for my kin and my hearth, I might could rest easy.
How can I be so sure?
I took a good long look that night. Ours was a little place with a yellow door right on the edge of town. He was there. Besides, I asked around when I first got to Stalwart. Townsfolk said that all the woodcutters in town took part in the purge. Point of pride for them.
What does it have to do with me?
I told you he was part of the mob. I spotted him watching my house when it burned. But when we find him, I want to know if he's the one responsible for my home, my parents, and my brothers and sister. I never thought I'd have the chance to know for sure, but you could look into his soul and find out. You being a watcher and all.
I'll do what I can.
Mighty fine of you. Mighty fine indeed. Don't know where he dallies these days, but someone in Stalwart could tell us. People from little villages, they always know.
You murdered several people.
Effigy's eyes, that man loved to talk.
Did you really do it?
Yeah.
Why did you kill him?
If it's sane and logical reasoning you're wanting, you're gonna be disappointed. Ain't no sense in any of it.
I'd rather hear the rest from you.
Mayhap you've heard of Coldmore. Was a quiet, forgettable patch of the woods. Till a pack of rabid clodhoppers set it afire.
You're upset. Burst of heat flares from her seams.
A farmer on the other side of the mountains woke up one day with his head all aflame and took it for the gibbering speech of his god.
She's talking about Saint Widewin.
And so did a few thousand of his countrymen. So when he tired of Vorlus fields and marched west, a horde of armed Hicks followed.
What do you mean?
Saint Widewin and his blazing crusade celebrated his coup in Raid Ceres by invading the Deerwood. Most of his forces headed north to Helgot Citadel, but a lucky few thousand ventured through the mountains. Through Cold Morn. We let him pass.
I guess you didn't have much choice.
Try telling a few hundred crazed Deerwoodans. We got news of the Raid Sarens coming through the mountains. Begged the Duke for help, we did. Didn't send us so much as a bare-ass novitiate. They went to towns with full coffers and lofty connections. So we let Widewin soldiers pass. Left him for the Duke to wrangle on his own terms.
What happened then?
They dealt with the Raid Sarens. Then they came for us. Was after the Godhammer made a fine grit out of Widewin, when Deerwoodans were running on rage and looking for something to burn. They came at dark. Hundreds of folk. Every one of them mourning someone lost in the war.
So it was like a revenge killing on her town after the war ended because they blamed them for letting the Raid Sarens in.
Must have decided it was our duty to escort their dead back to the wheel. They didn't light their torches till they had us surrounded. Time we saw them, there was a ring of fire closing around us. I woke. Ran to the window. Whole village were a maze of flames. Couldn't see nothing for the smoke. And the screams. Most ran for the streets. Got caught by the mob. Others hid, let their houses burn down around them.
I'm not going to be cruel to the devil of Karok. She's a bro. Or a sis. What does that have to do with your crimes?
Hunting down the men and women what took part. Thought that much was clear.
You couldn't hope to get them all.
Well, we just gotta do our best with what time the gods give us, don't we?
Ah, I'm impressed.
I'd have been more pleased myself if I hadn't gotten caught like this. And if I'd gotten through a few more first. It were a mob that destroyed our village. But it was just one man that burned my family's house. Kept hoping I'd get to him as I was working my way through the rest of those maggots. No matter now, I suppose.
Okay, we have to find Harmke. Because she wants to gut him, and I'm into it. I guess we'll ask
Back
Hayfer.
to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you? The woodcutter? Sure do. Head west from the village, then go north. If you see the frozen stream, you've gone too far.
West, then north.
Usually works a stand of trees out in the russet wood, though he steps out from time to time.
Well,
Okay.
what are we waiting for?
Back to Russetwood, I suppose, after this.
Yes.
I guess we can talk to everyone. Oh, there's Feyera. We didn't find your stuff yet.
You find anything?
Can read her soul. In front of you, Feyera's waddled hands work quickly to bundle and tie a parcel, with you a man and another woman, both similarly occupied. Small hut.
That's the last of them. Check the rest of the supplies while I load these.
Disappears through a door in a howling gale.
You sure about the route?
The other woman, Francesca, looks up at you, her face mostly covered by a fur hat and several layers of thick-knit kerchiefs.
Not much choice. Snows have covered most of the other passes. This one gets just enough traffic to stay open.
Francesca stares at you for several seconds, apparently thinking the same thing. Can't see her expression clear enough to tell whether she's resigned or preparing an argument.
You find anything?
Not yet.
Yes.
What about you? Read their souls. One particular recollection tugs at your senses. Kneel upon a stone floor. Where's the armor of a crucible knight? So these are not dwarves either.
What is it?
Who's an old dwarf? Let's speed this up a bit. Anyone else who has a name back here? Oh, you.
Something I can do for you?
We got XP. Oh, Durgan's battery. Handful of figures in patchy cloaks and hoods. Dwarves, much like you, hunch over a minecart. They're loading it with cloth-wrapped bundles from which you see the occasional flash of metal as Durgan steel. The other dwarves scurry with a curious mixture of haste and caution. They stack the bundles in a din of muted clangs and thumps.
Pay attention. Sooner we get this done, sooner we can go.
Your voice is a dry whisper and your nerves are tingle with energy.
We're hurrying, Captain Gregor. Honest.
Captain Gregor. Being captain of the guard doesn't pay much, but it does allow you to visit the armory without raising. Oh, does she steal stuff in a previous life? And with Coin Master Zoltan selling off half of the battery's arsenal, who's going to notice a few more missing pieces? Let's just awaken or winner.
Sir? Excuse me, sir. You alright?
Because I'm not super bothered about it. I just want to get into the battery. Indrid doesn't care.
Who? I don't...
Her face goes slack and she looks for a second as if she's fallen asleep. But her eyelids flutter, and after several seconds they open to slits.
Thief. I'm the captain of the guard. Best be careful where you sling an accusation like that.
I just want the Cantek.
Then you're not one of Zoltan's buyers, eh? Sounds to these ears like you want a deal. I can make deals.
Tell me what you want to know and I won't break your neck.
Louder. I'm not sure she heard you.
Aha! Hand reaches for a weapon at her side, only does she not seem to realize there's nothing there. Okay. Shifting around her consciousnesses.
You have me at a loss. And yet, this is not a loss entirely.
You need to reach Durgan's battery. The Cantek, please.
Hammers of Durgan, ring loud.
Oh, here we go.
May the anvil's deep music resound. Walls of the battery safeguard our works from marauder and wilder alike. Abidun's faithful travail by the forge, and the fires that brighten the ore.
Travail?
If anyone asks, you didn't hear it from me. Got that? Now, beg your pardon for going on so. I got carried away, and... What was that I said? About hammers and fires and...
You're awakened. You share the soul of a guard captain from Durgan's battery.
You must be joking. How could that happen?
His soul reincarnated whole within you.
I can't be awakened. That means... Andres tides. I'm stuck with him.
Her body goes rigid, every muscle tensing. She stands there, frozen in shock, until a sly look warms her eyes. The thaw creeps down her shoulders and torso until at last she speaks again. Her voice is smooth as oil.
It's not all bad, Owena. Way I see it, you and me can make some deals. To our mutual benefit. Deals? What do you want from me? For you, not from you. I'm thinking it's time we got a raise. I don't know about that. Hafric's a bit of a miser, he is. Don't you worry about Hafric. I've got something else in mind.
Okay. I'm sure it'll be fine. She's gonna get a raise, you guys. What are we doing now? I can open the Durgan's battery now. Awesome.
What is it?
XP. I hope. All around. Like, what is your XP bar at? You're almost leveled with everyone else. Apart from Helm and Gorse. In fact, you have more XP than the others. And I'm so close to leveling right now.
Yes.
Maybe when we do her personal quest thing, it'll be enough to push us over the edge. Let's go to Russetwood and do that now. Am I forgetting something? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, I need camping supplies.
Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you?
Give me refreshments.
Nothing like...
I need firewood mostly. There we go. And let's get these. Off we go. Not being able to eat or drink is quite a big drawback, because you can get a hell of a lot of buffs from those things, as we saw in the Alpine Dragon fight when I just ate everything. But the immunity to charmed, dominated,
I'd miss this place. Had that much right.
Yes.
and diseases and stuff is pretty damn strong, I must say. Russet wood, that's right. That's left. Over here. Look for some trees. Oh, we still have to think about that map we got. It must be somewhere in Durgan's battery. Of that hidden grimoire or something. Might be something tasty in there for Melek. Oh, well, that idiot left the stronghold. Good. Yes, you didn't need to tell me about it. I can't believe the travelling merchant still hasn't come to my stronghold. What is going on? I'm freaking level 14 almost, aren't I? Oh, she wants to talk again. Now what?
Only kind to have with someone like him. Or me.
Ever consider murdering him?
Every day. Just kept putting it off. It's not like either of us was going anywhere.
You resent him.
No other way to feel about the man who flayed my living soul.
Flayed my living soul? He claimed he made you.
He'd spread butter on bread and claim he made something. Never been accused of modesty, that man. He managed to stuff my soul into this heap of bronze, true enough. Maybe that makes him a genius. Also makes him a son of a bitch.
How long have you known him?
About 13 years.
Bloody hell.
Too long, you ask me.
What exactly did you do?
Looked after his tools, cleaned the workshop, swung the sledgehammer. Oh, and snatched up travelers for his soul tinkering.
Other golems.
But don't you worry. They were all bad folk.
Fine by me.
Just so you know, you got a real professional working for you.
Good. She still wants to talk to me. About Durgan's battery.
Just because I made of metal don't mean I got any special fondness for smiths and forges.
Know anything about it?
More than what Galvino already told you.
Other expeditions?
Nothing specific. Everyone looks about the same when they got their fingers up their noses. Only the last group, one before you, there was something different about them.
Three of her fingers clenched and spasmed.
Couldn't put my finger on it, but they was dangerous. Almost felt the hair on the back of my neck. Ain't felt that way about anyone else. Till you walked through Galvino's
Is she
door
talking
days.
about Fiera's group? Or maybe the bounty I have up there?
Murder, tracking, and the best materials for kindling. Those are more my area of expertise.
What was your life like before the Saints'
There
War?
weren't much to say about it. By my reckoning, that means it was pretty good. Ma was a trapper, taught me to set snares and dress game. Dad was a tinker. I never had his patience, but it were fun to watch him work. My brothers and sister, they was good folk too. Part of me's glad they ain't here to see me now.
I guess that's why she has +3 mechanics. You still want to talk? You have nothing else to say.
Only kind to have with someone. Yeah, just because I made a murder, I don't
I've
want much
done
to say about it.
all of the options
Ma
here.
was a dad was a, my brothers and sister.
Okay.
Well.
Let's just carry on. What's that weird sound effect? Is that the Devil of Karok running? I think it is. So, trees. Where is this lumberjack? Oh, he said, if you've hit the river, you've gone too far. Abandoned camp. Is this it, maybe? Let's have a look. Let's save. Let's see him. Oh, can I go further or something now? No, I can't go beyond Russet Wood. So we found those cannibals. Don't know where this fella is. This just has camping supplies in it. Maybe up here? Nope. In this cave. Nope. The hell are you? Maybe around here. So lots of running around. Let's try over here. Certainly trees and stuff. This horse is still here. I can interact with it? No, it's lying to me. Come on, Harem Care. Just want to kill you a little bit. Am I missing something here? The one that got away. Find Harem Care. Yeah, it's in the russet wood. Just one place I haven't been to yet, I guess. Maybe in here. Nope. The heck is he? Seriously? I checked all of the places. Do I need to go look this up or something? You're not like on the ice somewhere, are you? I see a thing. Pretty sure I have checked it all. Over here? I'll bet it's in here. Right where we come in. Oh, I'm such a moron. They're all here. It's him, Harumke. I remember that weak chin and those knobbly knees.
How goes?
It was like 5 minutes of running around doing nothing. How goes it? Elven man,
Oh,
eh?
Shadow. What's that wicked thing doing here?
We're saving your sorry village. Why is that cruel? Oh, stalwart.
Are you mad? With that murderer?
Oh, she's got no voice acting here? Chinless cur.
Look, we don't want no trouble. Just trying to do our work. We'd be much obliged if you'd leave us be. And take that thing with you.
Enough. What do you see? Is that the man who tortured us? Oh, I have to look into his soul and stuff. He steps away from you, but your awareness reaches through his trembling skin. You see memories, snow-shrouded forests partitioned by fallen pines and firs, days measured by the steady swing of your axe. There are other moments too, recollections that flare up like the hearth's welcoming fire. There are children, spry and lanky like you. Together you scatter winter bloom petals on a grave. How sad. You reach deeper into the soul, years roll back. A torch in your left hand. All around you are other men and women holding their torches. Rage billows off of the others. It's been a fever in your blood for days now, exhausting you, invigorating you in equal measure. You're at the edge of town, cold morn. Looks like this is our guy. You begin to doubt yourself just then. A door slams, a villager comes racing through the streets, kicking up snow. The line of torchbearers ripples as he gets closer. He picks up speed, but nobody moves towards him. Instead, the villager reaches the row of torchbearers a stone's throw away from you. Woman advances the line and buries her dagger in his neck. The rest of your fellows shout. Rage, memory, and bloodthirsty triumph boil up in you. You all came with a purpose. You came to bring justice to the traitors of Cold Morn. The next few hours are painted in colours more vivid than life. You put your torch to anything that stands and your sword to anyone who runs. Exhaustion has almost cooled your rage when you spy a house at the edge of town. Spruce trees, yellow, blood of sunrise, hue in your son's hair, the colour of cowardice. Just then, someone barrels into you from behind. It's a man, someone you remember from the journey to Cold Morn. Though you can't recall his name, he snarls at you, mad with an indiscriminate rage, and it occurs to you that he's mistaken you for one of the villagers. You smash the window and hurl your torch inside. The other man has turned away. You think you hear a child shriek within the house, but it's impossible to tell. That was a devil or Karok, I suppose. Eyes wide with guilt. Spit it out, Indrid the Chosen. What did you see? He burned down your house. She stares at Harmke. You hear only a whirring mechanism in her throat.
What did you say?
So he has voice acting, but she doesn't for this? What the hell? What does it feel like? The torch in your hand, the blade you carried, what did they feel like? A wild, inhuman scream echoes out of the bizarre machinery of her throat. It drops Harmke and his companions to their knees, where they cry out in terror. Oh, we're fighting now. Just for those who are interested, there is a upshot to this in Pillars of Eternity 2. If you resolve this peacefully, it unlocks some special gear in Pillars 2, I believe. But I don't do peace. We're gonna... Where's Harmke? He's there. Let's blind him. Indrid, you're jumping in, buddy. Grafe over here. Let's get a dire blessing, actually. Like so. You. Chuck a fireball over here. You throw out one of these things. And Shade. Shoot Harmke.
Right here.
I imagine these guys are gonna die pretty fast. They're just lumberjacks after all. Instantly surrounded our rogue, which is great. Let's do a sap. Harmke's already dead, almost. Stun this guy. Well done. We might have to get used to casting some more defensive spells often.
So much for you.
Heart of Fury. Boom. Oh, we have to change your to defensive. There we go. Let's see what this escape is like. We'll use it offensively here over there. Yeah, it's like a charge, basically. She gets defensive bonus afterwards. And let's use this thing. Boom. Stabbed.
Yes.
And I leveled up. Let's talk to her
Almost
first.
15 years I've been looking for him. All that fretting and wondering. And the deed's over in less time than it takes to tell.
Some men don't last long. How do you feel now? Dull clicking of something in her
I
chest.
killed a lot of folk in my time. Felt their blood slick in my hands. Smelled their flesh as it burned. And I always used to imagine what it would be like to have Harmke under my knife. Feeling his breath come hot and fast. Smelling the fear ooze out of him.
See nothing.
Couldn't feel a thing. His fading pulse weren't no more than a powder of rain to me.
That's anticlimactic.
Now that's just a puffed up way of saying rottener than a shit-filled wagon. This body, it weren't made for feeling. Gouging my fingers into Harmke's wasting flesh, his screams just buzzing in my skull. All it did was remind me
Of?
that this is a madman's fever dream. Like a prison, but no, because in a prison, you lay your head down and you feel the straw soft beneath you. Your flesh prickling in the cold, black bread crumbling on your tongue.
Pain and pleasure are distractions. You're lucky to avoid them. Clangorous sound.
I still dream I'm folk. I wake up some mornings wondering why I can't feel the floor beneath me. Thinking I must have fallen and gone crippled. But then I lift my head, see a bronze corpse stretching out in front of me.
Stop complaining.
And what would you know of having your essence ripped from you mote by mote? It's not pity I want, it's a choice. I dreamed too of what Galvino did that night. Those moments. I'd endure another cold morn if it'd spare me this fate.
What happened?
It was after I got caught in Stalwart. They'd locked me in a little house by me and the old mayor and his cronies. When a crowd of them came for me in the dark of night, I was only surprised it had taken them so long. Only they didn't march me to no gallows. No, they snuck me to another house on the edge of town, real sneaky-like. That's where I met Galvino.
He's the one who transferred your soul.
Weren't nobody fonder of reminding me. He was fiddling with some machinery in his workshop. Had his sleeves rolled up even though it was cold enough to see your breath. Never actually looked at me until he started fitting some copper helmet over my head. By that time, the mayor's goons had me trussed up good and tight. Galvino was having himself a grand time barking orders at that lot.
I think I see where this is going.
So while Galvino's fastening that helmet over my head and them copper bands around my arms, I'm starting to look at his contraption. And that's when I see it. It's this metal suit strapped into the machine just like me. A cold, dead-eyed thing, all done up with fancy carvings and such.
It's what you inhabit now, you
The
mean?
one.
I think it's a cool suit.
I start asking Galvino and the rest of them what's going on, but they're too busy to answer. Then suddenly, they're waiting, staring at me with that fixed, horrified look. But they ain't watching me. They're watching for something to happen. Galvino tells the woman nearest the machine to flip the handle. And then, just pain. Being torn apart every which way, feeling my soul peeled from my body.
Her limbs twitch and shudder. She pauses, waiting for her body to fall still.
By the time I came to, I couldn't feel a thing. Just this dull, distant sort of ache.
Oh, I heard the old man cackling and chattering when I saw him looming over me, looking down at me with hungry eyes. I tried to scream, tried to swing at him.
I think that was when I knew.
Well, it's over now.
Don't much feel like it. The rest of Stalwart didn't take kindly to having a killer in their midst, nor to seeing their mayor and the army Valians strike a secret deal. They drove Galvino out, destroyed a fortune in machinery, and wrote a letter to the Academy in Salona, ruining what was left of his name. Still, he's lucky he didn't get a pelting. The old mayor fled too, and Stalwart's been as snug and cheery as ever.
Now that we've dealt with harm care, why have you stuck around?
You're better company than Galvino.
Maybe we should just kill Galvino.
Been a while since I were out in the world. Guess I'm keen on seeing more of it. And it ain't often I meet someone who understands my leanings so well. Anyways, I've been wondering about that fortress.
Perception 15, you're acting unusually coy.
Near everyone thinks it'll have just the thing they need. Those villagers wanted to fix up their brook downtown. Galvino always thought it carried some great secret of Animanson, and all them adventurers came looking for fancy gear.
They're all fools.
You're right. Let's go.
Haha. She wants something in there to fix her, I guess, or something. Maybe there's a special enchantment in there when you get Durgan Steel. Let's level up Indrid, who's got 14 athletics. Can't get any more right now. Talents. Greater Frenzy. Accurate Carnage. Both awesome. More accuracy for a Carnage. A better Frenzy. Is also pretty nice. We could get Envenomed Strike. It's good for bosses. How is this? More bypass but less attack speed. Bloody Slaughter. Okay. Let's go for Greater Frenzy. Does it just make this better. Yep. Awesome. +6/+6 on this now.
What is it?
So I wonder if is that all of her? Yeah, that's her entire personal quest done. Just kill that fella. Cool character. Wish they gave her a bit more time. But I guess she has quips and stuff going forward. What is this? Taxes collected? What is this? Oh, a quest. Lavender and Lye gives the lavender wreath, a major item and some average items. Okay. We all assign Valkyria. Go on.
Yes.
Back to Stall. No, we can go straight to Durgan's battery now, can't we? Let's go and rest. Might as well recoup the little bit of health we lost, and then we'll head up to Durgan's battery, and then we've got to end this episode. Just had one fight, but we did get the machine lady, and she's cool as hell. Hopefully she doesn't die over and over again. We shall see. Where's the... There it is. Where is this other bounty? It must be in Durgan's battery. Don't like her weird footstep sounds. Maybe that's just a little bug. We've had a few little bugs and a few typos. I'm surprised to still see typos in this game.
Back to warm your hands, eh?
Give me a room. This one. Thank you.
Yes.
And you can exit straight from the north here, which is nice. Don't have to run too far. And we'll see how the Devil of Karok hangs in some actual fights. Because I think there's some tough stuff in Durgan's battery. I mean, I've said that before. We've done pretty well up in White March, to be honest. Slew that dragon, although not sure if we could have done that without Valkyria. Okay, so we'll leave it here for this episode. And then we get back to all this stuff. And we have a way to get into Durgan's battery, apparently. But thank you for watching, guys. And I'll see you next time.